everyone, welcome back. It is July 2nd of 1863, 7 in the morning. So Sedgwick, he took his division here and he pushed back early. A little damage to both sides, kind of even Steven. They're trying to hopefully break the fishhook that's forming. They pushed him from Higgy to Martin's Farm. And then over here to the right we have Hancock. He was able to successfully push back Johnson and do a little damage himself to Johnson. Johnson's praying for some kind of reinforcements to show up, but I don't think it's going to happen. A little further south here we have from McPherson's Ridge, we pushed Heath and Pender pushed Reynolds back, also destroying the Iron Brigade. So it's going to be interesting what happens here. There's going to be a lot of open ground here and an open doorway to Gettysburg. I think what we want to do here as the Confederates is cause enough flanking. Now that we push Reynolds back, try to start causing damage to flanking and start doing some divide and conquer. So now it is the 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock hour on July 2nd of 1863, and we've had a really serious breakthrough for the Confederates. However, to be at a cost. Heath is pushed forward here, as you can see, but he's now on his own. He is definitely facing some flanking issues. That's going to probably hurt him in the next round. So he's very overstretched. The Confederates took over an objective, their first one in the game. All right, Johnson early still hanging back. The Union is looking pretty tattered, however. They do have Howard's regiment coming in soon, so that should help tie in some loose ends over here, especially for Sykes. Sykes is looking bad, but again, Sykes and Pickett, they had a huge fight at a cost to both. So the Union right now is sort of in a position. They may want to start thinking about backing off and protecting whatever leftover objectives they have. So interesting board so far. It's the 12 o'clock hour. The Confederates just finished their move, and McLaws just entered the battlefield. Howard had entered the battlefield as well. However, he got pushed back by Anderson, who happened to have gotten a very good pull for artillery, and he shot from a pretty good level ridge. Pickett also pushed back very well. Sykes is in trouble. It seems that the Union's going to lose Gettysburg. However, it's not roses for the Confederates, because they still have yet to receive any reinforcements outside of McLaws. The Union still has many coming going into day 3, so I don't know. I don't think the Confederates are going to hold on to it. Sickles got pushed back pretty good. Johnson's still holding his position. He's just trying to keep everybody at bay, early moving forward to do a flanking attack onto Sedgwick. And but Sedgwick's got himself a decent... No, he did. I'm sorry, that was Sickles. Sickles had a decent artillery, but we used it for a push, and it didn't work out very well. So right now the Confederates are sitting pretty, but they're not going to be pretty for long. So I think I'm going to have Heath, since they're weaker, make a mad dash for this objective right here and see what we can do. This one over here, that's a lot of work right there. I don't know how that's going to happen, but we'll see. Stay tuned. All right, folks, so it is the 5 o'clock hour on the second day. It's not looking good for the Union now. The Confederates have broken the line. They've taken the first objective here. You have Heath breaking away to take the second objective. The Union Army, while it's attempting to go after Heath, it's also imperative that I keep the line the best I can. Otherwise, there'll just be another opening for this other objective. And according to the victory conditions, at the end of the second night here, if I don't control all 3 as the Union will lose the game instantly. I don't think it's going to happen for the Union this time around. I think General Meade's going to be disappointed in me. It's not an issue of them getting men on the field. They're getting men on the field. Slocum just arrived on the field. He's in a good position. He's got another block coming. The problem is they don't have any artillery. This is the Union hand at the end of the turn. Okay, it's terrible. It's just field works. There's nothing there. And the Confederate hand, I mean, they just keep getting these awesome hands. They can literally attack anywhere at any point in time, and the Union has nothing to deliver. The Confederates, they don't even have that many reinforcements coming out of the field. They just have all these great artillery pieces. Now, for those of you who don't know the game or understand it, It's not a dice system. I only use the dice to help make decisions because I'm playing solo. So I'm trying to make it as fair as possible. And so when I come across a fork in the road, I roll dice to see where I'm going to go when it's pretty evenly matched. So this game is about positioning. Here, let me zoom in. Positioning. This is a ridge, versus no ridges. That gives you points. The Confederates automatically get a +1, even if they just attack without any artillery. They get a +1 because they have the initiative. The Union is always behind an initiative, so they depend on artillery pieces, and I've just not received any most of this game. So the Union is breaking up. They're already losing the town, as you can see. Um, Over here, they're doing their best to hold their right side. Sykes is just here to stop anything that comes through. Sedgwick's group here, he's going to go backwards because he lost this fight to Rhodes. All right, I mean, Rhodes did pay for it, but not by much. So Sedgwick actually lost one of his brigades. So it's bad. It's looking bad this year. Okay, General Meade is not going to be very happy. So this is where we're at right now. I still have a couple more hours until night, which is, I mean, anything can happen. I can get a bunch of reinforcements. I think I'm going to go ahead and break away with Slocum and just try my best and to catch up with Heath. But I did attempt to push back with Reynolds earlier in the game. I gave everything I could and lost. I lost to McLaws here. McLaws took a good hit for it, but it wasn't enough to take back that objective. So we'll see what happens. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the War Room, and this is the conclusion of the game, the Guns of Gettysburg. It is day 2 of July. The Union lost control of one of its objectives and became more and more difficult to hold anything in Gettysburg. It just seemed that the Confederates had all of the stuff that they needed to keep pushing. Reynolds was the only one down here who had anything for a big push, and it failed at the end of the day. Heath's division tried coming down here to get the second objective, simply to twist the knife, per se. Slocum was able to use the road and cut him off over here. Overall, it came down to logistics, and the Confederates won. They had all the logistics in the world, and the Union didn't. It just came down to who had better equipment. So thanks for following me. I know this took a while for me to finish, but now that it's finished, I can safely say that it's done and over with. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you.